Hi guys, welcome Facebook Live people. We're just on the countdown, 40 seconds to go. Another amazing day in this beautiful place that we live. Yeah, I hope you had a great weekend. I had an excellent one. Did lots of work, so that's a good thing. And really looking forward to today. Already have a number of people on the phone waiting to tap through, so we're just about ready to start and do my bits and pieces, my beginning bits and pieces, the disclaimer, and then we're ready to start for the day. 10, 9,
Your show will go live
8.
in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Love Talk Radio. Hi, welcome to Soulspaceradio. To honour and protect the well-being of all, please sign the following disclaimer. All rights reserved. No part of this broadcast may be reproduced or transmitted in any form or by any electronic or mechanical means without the presenter's written permission. The presenters do not dispense medical advice or prescribe the use of any technique as a form of treatment for physical, emotional or medical problems. The intent of the presenters is to only offer information of a general nature to help you in your quest for emotional and spiritual well-being. Thank you.
Hello, welcome beautiful people, and yeah, hopefully we've got some really empowering advice for today. So we've got a number of callers on the phone, so without further ado, I think we'll just go straight to the calls. But thank you everybody for dialing in today. Really exciting, can't wait. I feel there's some great energy around at the moment, so I'm looking forward to some great empowering advice today. So the first number is 6979.
Oh, thank you. Hi, this is Donna. I'm from California.
Hi Donna, California. Wow, is it beautiful over there at the moment?
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a heat spell. You know, it's like 90, 95, so that's pretty hot for us.
Okay, wow, goodness me. Okay, how can I help you, Donna?
Well, you know, I'm 64. I was in a 9-year relationship. That was 10 years ago. And I haven't been able to meet anybody since that relationship. And I'm attractive, I'm intelligent, I look good for my age and everything. And I did get online. I just met a lot of phonies. They were from another country. And yeah,
Okay.
I like to get on the phone right away and talk to them to pick it up. And then I know for sure that, you know, so haven't met anybody here. I just wanted to know what you were picking up as far as me meeting someone. I am going to a 7-day retreat in September in the redwoods of Northern California for a week, and then I'm going to Lake Tahoe for 5 days, and then December I'm going to Las Vegas for 5 days. So I'm thinking maybe I'll meet somebody outside of where I live.
Yeah, well, that's always an opportunity. I guess, Donna, there's many facets to this because you've been out of a relationship, you said, for 9 years now. Is that correct?
I was in a 9-year relationship, yeah.
Oh, okay. And when?
The relationship.
Okay. And when did you end that relationship? Is it a long time ago?
Yeah, about 10 years, 10, maybe close to 11 years ago.
Okay, long time ago. How do you feel, Donna? How do you feel in yourself? Because you obviously are attractive and intelligent and all those wonderful things, but how do you feel within? Do you love yourself?
Good. I meditate every day for 30, 40 minutes, and I swim every day, and you know, I say my affirmations, and I walk on the beach, and
Cool.
yeah, I spend a lot of time alone. It's like, but you know, I like myself. You know, I love myself, and I don't mind being alone. I have even traveled abroad alone.
Okay.
But I'm at the point where I'd like to have a companion.
Okay, so you're really happy. You're really happy in life. And tell me, have you ever sort of gone to the point of actually writing down or thinking about the sort of person that you'd like to be in a relationship with, like the sort of characteristics and attributes, those sort of things?
Yes, I've written them down, yes.
Wonderful. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about, there's a couple of things we can do here. So let's talk about practice. Really, it's just straight out practical advice. One of the good, really cool things that you can do to energize that statement, to energize where you've put that intention in place. Clearly, you've got an intention about what you would like to see in a relationship. One of the really good ways to energize that through love energy is to go into using your imagination, and you can do this. One of the easiest ways is to do this at night and imagine that you have a wedding ring on your finger and that you're sleeping with a person next to you. It doesn't have to have a name, it doesn't have to be anybody you know, but you just imagine that you're enjoying that space, and so you're actually embodying it. In other words, you're in that space with that person. You could feel a wedding band or a commitment ring or anything like that. You could even visualize being in the bathroom and there's another toothbrush there. You know, all of those sorts of co-habitual symbols that we have. You could walk through your house and be in your house and visualize this person being there and seeing things that means the person's there, boots at the door and all of that sort of thing. And then what you're doing is you're actually energizing that because you do it with feelings. So you're using mind and heart together because you're visualizing it. A great time to do it is when you go to sleep. So the easiest thing is to visualize a person next to you. And you feel how loved and supported and how fantastic you are, and that will really energize it. That will really energize your intention. So if you're not already doing that, I highly recommend that strategy, and it will just attract a person to you that's on the same vibrational wavelength. So so by all means do that. And then secondly, what I'd like to do is I love how you've got a fair bit of travel on. Travel's a really great thing because it's a very expansive energy, because we go to new places and we meet new people and we do things that we normally, it's taking us out of our comfort zone, and so it expands us. And so it's quite possible that you will meet people in your travels. You'll be meeting people, but it's quite probable that you could meet someone in a relationship context. But what I'm going to do now, Donna, is that I'm of the belief that we're individualized divine. So there's higher intelligence, God or source or universe, whatever your concept is, and that our soul is individualized that. So we're individualized God or individualized source, whatever you would see that as. And so our soul is infinite. So it doesn't have a time. We're living in a time-space reality, but our soul knows all. So the thing is that the most empowering thing that I believe that I can do is show you the answers within, because it's connection within that actually assists you into co-creating the source. So if you bear with me, we'll do a little, it's really fun, and we'll just do a fun exercise. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into the future with your eyes closed. We're going to visualize all this. And I'm just going to ask you, Donna, yes or no questions. And from that space, we'll see what happens. So, can I ask, Donna, sorry, the first trip that you're going to, when is that happening? Oh, your 7-day retreat in the Redwoods. Is that happening soon, is it?
Yes, September 16th. The 10th, 4 days before the 16th, I'll be in Lake Tahoe with a girlfriend, and then I'll be going to the retreat. I'm 64, and everybody there will be 60 and up in age. Okay,
cool. Okay, so I think you're 64, but you have like you're obviously living life. So I don't know if age. I get the feeling that age doesn't really define you. You seem quite youthful in terms of your outlook.
No, I don't. No, yeah, and I'm outgoing, and yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, Donna. So, Donna, picture for me a place that you love. Usually I do a breathing exercise, but I feel that you're kind of quite connected anyway, so we'll go straight into it. So, Donna, picture your favourite place. You don't have to tell me where it is. Just a favourite place. It could be inside your house, it could be outside, it could be at the park, at the beach, wherever. And you're at your favourite place, and I want you to just close your eyes, and we'll take just 3 deep breaths of white light in and out through the heart, because this will relax us in that beautiful place that you love, so you're all safe and protected. So 3 deep breaths in, white light from the top of your head down through and out through your heart chakra. 2 and 3. And you're glowing with white light, and it's going out and out and out and out and out and expanding with the universe. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, you're in your favorite place, your eyes are closed. Now, there is a door in front of you, okay? And what does that door look like, Donna?
It's a gold door, and it's a little ornate, but, you know, an older door, and it's gold, and it's big, and it's, yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, beautiful. So what I'm going to ask you to do is open that door and step inside. And inside that door is a room. There's nothing in the room. It's just all brilliant white golden light. And it's shining on us and through us, and we feel safe and protected. It's a beautiful space. And I'm there with you, okay? So what we're going to do is... what we're going to do is we're going to, in about 5 seconds, we're going to feel the floor float away, and we're going to fall through, but we're going to fall through backwards like you would jumping out of a plane, but you're going to go back first, right? And I'll count down from 10 to 0, and when we get to 0, we're going to land in a space of golden light, okay? So let's do that now. As we're floating back, as I count backwards, I just want everything to come off, you know, all the resistance, all of the hurt, the pain, all of the everyday stuff that we carry around will just start flowing off you like in golden rings. It'll just all start flowing off you. So let's go. So let's fall backwards with eyes closed, and we'll go 10, 9, feel all that stuff coming off you, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And we can stop, you and I together, we can stop, and there's this beautiful, just there's no boundaries to where we are. It's just beautiful golden white light, okay? So with your eyes in this imagined space, so keep your eyes closed, I'll ask you some questions. So the first question is, and these are yes or no, Donna, so just straight from the top of your head. So the first question is, we're going to jump, well, it's not a question, let me do a statement first. We're going to jump into the future, and it's now October, okay? So we've jumped a few months into the future, and it's October 2018, and I just want you to say yes or no. So the very first question I have is, did you have a great time in Lake Tahoe, yes or no?
Yes.
Did you have a wonderful time at your 7-day retreat, yes or no?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Wonderful. Did you meet lovely people, yes or no?
Yes. Many friends, new friends.
Many new friends, wonderful. Did you meet anyone in particular that you could see going into a relationship with, yes or no? Just off the top of your head. Are you there, Donna?
Yeah.
Yeah, just off the top of your head, did you meet anyone that you would like to go out with, yes or no?
Yes.
Aha, okay. So, did you meet this person in Lake Tahoe, yes or no? Did you meet this person at the retreat, yes or no?
Yes.
Aha, okay, wonderful. Does this person like you, yes or no?
What?
Does this person like you, yes or no?
Yeah.
Wonderful, okay. So let's just go then, we'll leave it at that, and we'll come back out of this state. So you're just spend 5 seconds there, you feel great, soak up all that beautiful white divine love light, and then we're just gonna quickly come out of that space. So I'll count from 10 to 0 back, and we'll come back at the door, and then we can walk out of the door into your favorite space. So let's just go back then. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back in the room with the door. And then I'm going to ask you to open the door and step into your favorite space. And I'm right behind you. And then I'm going to ask you to open your eyes. Okay, and you can come back to this reality. So, Donna, how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel very light and I feel like effortless. It's just, effortless. And I wasn't trying or anything. And I feel happiness and joy.
Very good. Okay, so look, Donna, your soul knows all. So there's a bit of a key for you. So if you weren't looking forward to the 7-day retreat already, you're going to be super looking forward to it now. So beautiful things happening for you, Donna. So do let me know. Please keep me posted on how it all goes. But I really think... I really think that you are in a fantastic place. You've prepared yourself both mentally and within the heart space, and whatever will be yours will be yours. So I wish you all the best, and I'm really, really happy for you.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate this. Thank you.
No problem. Not a problem. Have a lovely day, Donna.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, wonderful. Well, that was Donna from California, and she is fantastic. So really looking forward to hearing some wonderful things about her trip, her retreat. It's going to be pretty exciting. Okay, so the next caller is ending in 0715. Hello, Soul Space Radio, Shay speaking.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Who am I speaking to?
This is Liza.
Liza. Beautiful name, Liza. And how can I help you? Liza, have you got a question?
I do. I was just, I lost my mom 8 weeks ago, and I lost my dad 6 years ago, and I was just wondering, like, what's next for me, or if they have a message for me, or...
Okay, Liza. First of all, I'm so sorry to hear of your mum passing. I mean, our parents are so key to who we are in this world, whether we have a good relationship with them or not. It's just, it's devastating, and I my complete sympathies for you, Liza. It must be really difficult. So, and I get it that your mum was a really lovely lady, huh? Yes, I get that she was really a really special lady, had lots of friends, lots of people liked her. So Liza, let me see here. So first of all, Liza, can we take 3 deep breaths, because it'll relax both you and I, and then I'll ask you to speak to your soul. So just 3 deep breaths, bright white light coming down from the heaven and out through the heart chakra. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Do I have permission to talk to your soul, Liza?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, Liza, I have an energy specialty which tends to be around desires, and the only time I really have connection with those that are past, and I never see them physically, I just see them as light bodies. And I can talk to you a little bit more about what I see, because I think that will actually give you some peace in terms of the way that I have seen the next life or another dimension. But first of all, I'm not really a true medium, but I do intuitively have some information for you. So I'll proceed on that basis if that's all right with you. So the first thing is your mum's energy is really strong. So she was a very good person and a really kind and loving person. Your bond is very strong. Her consciousness, when people have emotional highs or lows, they leave a signature on this dimension, in this third dimension, okay? So when I read people, the energy comes through and I pick up on those vibrational points. And it's usually, I never see low stuff, I only ever see high vibrational points. I can tell that your mum thought she saw the best in life, and she's left many high vibrational points, which is really interesting. She's a very positive person, your mum, really pure and positive. And she's very close with you. So while she has ascended, is probably the better way that I can say. If I'm very blessed because the energy has given me a perception of what life is like after death. And it's a beautiful thing. I don't get any perception of, from what I've seen, I have no perception of karma or anything like that. I think basically what happens is that we evolve back to the soul-like beings that we are, and in that space we are pure positive energy, because we're pure positive energy now. It's just that we've put layers on ourselves. The layers get stripped back and we go to almost like an angelic state. And from there we go to different dimensions where we can choose to go back out again if we wish. Now that's purely my perception of it. Your mother is a pure light being, but she was really quite a light being on this plane. And because of that, she's left some vibrational energy, like really high energy, which you can tap into, and she's gone, her soul consciousness is effectively gone, but she has left part of herself here in those vibrational states around you, okay? So her relationship is really key to you, and you can feel her from time to time, can't you? You can feel her energy, even though she's kind of gone. You can feel her energy from time to time around you, can't you?
I do, but I question it.
Okay, yeah, I do. So this is something else to note, Liza, because I can help you with this too. We have two aspects to our brain. We have the left and the right brain, okay? In this society, we're pretty much, one's male, one's female. In this society, we're pretty much taught to be analytical. And when I say male and female, I mean esoterically, and I mean this is across all of us, both males and females. So there's a balance there. The female's creative, it's creative intuitiveness, and the male is analytical. Now, when you're feeling stuff with your mother, that is pure positive intuitive guidance. And when you question that, that is the male coming in going, oh, but I can't see this. So you actually are quite an intuitive person in your own right. So if you feel it, feelings lead, feelings are the truth. Okay? So if you feel your mum, you are feeling your mum's energy because that's your mum's energy. and you can speak to her. Like you can actually communicate to that, and you know, the more connected you are to higher intelligence, you realize that we're connected to all beings, and the more that you communicate with her and intuitively just listen to what comes back. I mean, your male mind will go, well, that's a bit weird and that can't be right, and you'll question it, but just go with it. Just go with it. Your mother, I think it's much harder for the ones left behind. Your mother is pure positive energy, and she is just glowing with light and abundance. Okay, she is in a beautiful place, and she's back with your dad. So they are extremely happy, and very much invested in you as well. That hasn't changed. That relationship hasn't changed, but they only see you as pure positive energy. They don't see you as, their perception of you's changed a bit because they don't have any limitations. So they will always be there. That love relationship, that love feeling does not end just because they have gone. So when you feel her, it is truly her. Okay, so she's never really, there's part of her consciousness that will always be connected with you because you're a part of her. So that's the first thing. So you're not actually alone. That's what I wanted to reiterate. And from my perspective, I just wanted to say it's a beautiful state that she's in. I have no conception of hell whatsoever. I think there's not. I think that man has created good and bad. That duality does not exist outside of this plane. It's kind of controversial, yes, what I say, but that's what I have seen. Maybe that's because I'm at a vibrational level that I don't see anything else other than that, but that is what I've seen, and your mother and your father are both on that plane. Okay, so they're both pure positive light beings. So, and much love that they have for you, by the way. So they've just explicitly told me to convey that to you in case I wasn't going to let that go. Yes. So, I hope that gives you a bit of warmth in the heart, because I'm feeling the warmth from them, and an understanding that you're not alone, and that you can pray to them, and you can talk to them, and you can, call on your mum's to energy if you feel like you're at a low point and you need that. So the thing that your mum is saying is that connection with source is feeling the bliss and connection with source, God, whatever you want to call it, is the ultimate in life, and that is the answer of all things. So she is just saying continue to co-create with God, and so build on that connection. She is all part and parcel of that. She is the one. She is connected with the one now. So I don't know, how do you connect, Liza? Do you feel connected to God or source or whatever you term that as?
Yes, I'm very spiritual. Yes, I do. I connect a lot with the angels. I feel like with Archangel and stuff like that. I feel like they're always present with me.
Beautiful.
But I believe in God.
Yeah.
I believe in God, or whatever people call it. But I believe in God.
Beautiful.
But I have a strong connection, I feel like, with the archangels.
Okay, lovely. Well, do you know what? That's all I see is the picture of your mum's an angel. And, so it's really interesting to me that I personally believe that, this is my interpretation again, you can take it or leave it there, because the one thing I know, that the more open you become, the more that you realize that you can't actually discount anyone else's theories. So my interpretation is that we are all interconnected, we are all the one. Now the one will come to us, and by the one I mean the one that is, it's God. And we all are divine, individualized divine of that God. Now the thing is, I think that God will come to us in whatever form we are most familiar with. And so your mother's consciousness is now part of that whole, she is now within, she's kind of reconnected back within her, within that, she's a level closer to God, I guess you could say, than you and I are, because she has no limitation. She's gone back to the pure positive essence that she is. And so from that perspective, all I can say, if you're connected to God and you're building on that, she's just going to come to you in more and more lucid ways. Okay?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you're not alone. You're so blessed to have had her as a mother. She's amazing.
She is amazing. The problem is, I think, towards the end, because I was her caregiver, we lost. Well, I don't think we lost. I feel like we lost the mother-daughter part.
Yeah, because the roles change.
I was too busy getting her pills and making her do all the right things and not being the daughter that was flipping her the glass of wine, and I was kind of the nurse.
Yeah. And you know what she says to that? She says to that, don't overthink it, because it's a feeling thing and the bond is about love. And you can never ever override love regardless of what you're doing. So there's no yeah, it's just pure positive love that she has for you. Yeah. She's.
Well, that's because I was a little bit at the end.
No, pure positive love. No, she's very grateful for the assistance that you gave her, but it's pure positive love. No, it was never, no, she understands this. Here in this dimensional, third dimensional, the earth that we see and feel and touch around us, we feel bad by the constraints that we have that have even been given to us by society or that we have put on ourselves. That is a false reality. And your mother knows that so much more than you do at this particular point in time. You will too one day, but that's a long way away. A long way away. Many blessings to you and a long and happy, loving life for you, Lisa. So you do not have to worry about anything like that. But it's just pure positive love. Much love gushing for you. So you can actually feel that. You can actually tap into that, because that's very strong. If I'm feeling it and I'm connected to your consciousness, you can actually feel that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true, that feeling.
It's weird,
Sorry?
Not that I'm like an intuitive or anything like that, but I really felt like after she passed away, the weird thing for me is when I came back home to the house, because I was in the hospital with her, but when I came back home to the house, all of a sudden, the walls felt so dense. Like, I can't explain it. Like, before the house felt very, like limited.
Yeah.
And then when I came home, it was the first time I ever really felt like the walls of the house.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this. Every single one of us is intuitive. Every single one of the human beings on this planet has a latent ability to be in everything. To be not just intuitive, but psychic, remote viewing, OBE, you name it. Every one of us has that ability. The thing is that we have either built limiting beliefs around our capabilities, and we have fear around. Sometimes the fear of the light is more than the fear of the dark. So the fact that you're connected, you will find that intuitive skills will grow over time. As you grow your connection with Source, what happens is your soul then frees itself from the limitations and it will reconnect back with higher intelligence. When it does that, you then have all these capabilities. The only thing that, so the only reason is that science hasn't caught up with this yet, but it will one day. So we're playing in a frontier, like this whole consciousness space is a frontier, and it's so exciting to me because we all have this ability. So, you know, never doubt yourself. When you feel, it's a feeling universe. We actually lead with feelings. So you're highly intuitive, Lisa, and if you want to, you've now got motivation to become more so, because as you connect more and more and more with Source and surrender to that, you'll get more coming back through you, including an ongoing relationship with your mother.
Okay.
Beautiful. Blessings, my dear. Blessings, blessings, blessings.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. You have a lovely day. Lovely evening.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Hello, 6016. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Shay speaking, Soulspaceradio. Hi. Who am I speaking with?
Hello. My name is Tanika.
Tanika. All these beautiful names. I love Tanika. It's quite popular in the States too, I think, isn't it, Tanika?
Mm-hmm.
How can I help?
I wanted to know what you see for me with love life. Recently, my first ever from high school contacted me in June and told me I was the one that got away. I never forgot about him either. He and I separated after high school because things got too intense for me. He went on with life, so did I. He has 3 girls now. He lives in Florida alone with the girls and his mom and his grandmother, and he's separated from their mom. So I went to see him twice this summer to try to see if it could work. It was okay, but we would fight. For some reason, it seems like he has these anger problems now. I don't know where they're from. He would just lose his temper over little things with me really easily. So the first time, he was uncomfortable to me. We stopped talking. We made up. The second time, it happened again. We made up. After I stopped talking to him again, I told him, no, this can't happen again. This last Monday, it happened again, and it got to the point where he, got so mad that he blurted out the word "shut up" to me, and I got so mad at him that I blocked him on my phone. So just to know if you think that this is someone that I should have like some kind of future with, or if he's just not the one and I should just let it go. I mean, he is 40. I'm going to be 40 next month. I want to have children, get married. But at the same time, of course, I'm not going to let someone hurt me or abuse me. But it's just sad because he's someone from my childhood that, we have a really beautiful relationship together with him. I don't know what he's going through right now, but it seems like he's changed.
Tanika, have we talked before? Because this is a really similar, this sounds a very similar scenario to what I discussed with someone before, and it may have been you. Well, let me recap on that conversation, because it may not have been you that I talked to, but there's 2 components to this. There's intuitive guidance and intuitive advice. Practical advice, which is common sense really, but you could call it intuitive aspects to it as well. Common advice, practical advice. I just want to know a little bit more information. When he screams at you, is it... And are you being polite when you said that he says shut up, or does he actually scream at you like he curses at you when he screams?
Say what was the first option?
When he screams at when you guys are fighting and he screams at you, is he abusive when he screams?
To me, he is, because his anger. That feels abusive to me when he's like at that level of anger over something so not worth that level of anger.
Okay, but does he actually, yeah, Sorry. You go.
Hmm?
You go.
No, it just feels like a full.
Whoop, are you there, Tanika? Yeah, sorry, you're back. You're back now. I lost you for a little bit there. Are you there?
What was that? Your phone broke up.
Yeah, I lost you for a bit there, Tanika. Sorry, you were saying. So, okay. So does he call you names or anything, or does he just get really angry?
He just gets really angry, and this last time he said, "Shut up." One time he called me needy. This time he said, "Shut up." Like.
Okay. Tanika, first of all, practically, have you actually talked to him to go and see an anger counsellor? Is he?
I sort of tried to mention it. Once because he knows I go to see a therapist just to work on myself. And he knows that I do that. And he knows that he could say, I think that's a good idea. I think I might want to try that. Like, he knows that he could say that, but he just chooses not to. It's like, he doesn't need to even look in that direction. Even though we've had these two fights. So one time I sort of mentioned it to him, and he's just like, no, I don't think I need any help. The argument was because of the way that you came at me, and he just blamed it all on me and tried to say that it wasn't that he has an anger problem.
Okay, Tanika, let's do something different here. Okay, because what happens is that we carry around stories, and sometimes the same thing can keep happening to us, but we got to approach it from different ways. And I think if it wasn't you, it was someone else, and I advise him quite clearly to go to counselling and to support him doing that. It's his choice. And then if it continued on, then effectively you needed to make a decision as to whether you ended it or not. But what I'm really interested in at this stage is get him out, just park him to the side. I'm really interested in you for a couple of reasons, because a couple of things have come out that are limitations that are not true, right? So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is age, because I'm 48 and I met my husband when I was 30, but I couldn't have children for various reasons. So I had my first child when I was 41. I haven't had any other children since, because I couldn't. But 40 is not, I actually ended up going to a top specialist in New York who said to me, don't buy into the myth that you shouldn't be fertile in your late 40s, because you should be. So if you want to have family and children, it's not necessarily a reality that you're too old to do that, okay? So you're only, in fact, with what's happening in terms of science and technology, crikey dickens, we might end up living until we're 150, 200. So, in fact, 40's young. So, let's just deal with that consciously, because I want to get that limiting belief out of your mind, because I'm wondering if you're perpetuating a pattern here because you think that you can't find anyone else because of your age. And let me say that is a complete fallacy. So can you understand, can you just confirm with me consciously that you can understand that is not a true statement?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, because I get that you're beautiful, intelligent, smart, loving. You're working on. You've done a lot of self-development on yourself. You're a beautiful person, Tanika. You deserve the very best in terms of a relationship, and you will get it. Okay, you just got to have faith in yourself. Right. So we're no longer going to believe that we're too old at 40. We're going to get rid of that belief, because that is not true. You deserve all the very best, okay? And you'll find that by today getting rid of that limiting belief, you'll actually change your vibration and you'll attract people to you, okay? So we've got rid of that. The second thing I want you to do is are you really close with your mum, Tanika? Have you got someone in your life? Have you got someone in your life that you really, really, really love, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to feel that person. I want you to feel the way that you feel about that person in your heart. And I want you to just glow with the love that you feel for that person. and you can tell me when you feel all of the love for that person, yeah?
I feel it.
Okay, cool. Now, I want you to put into your heart your boyfriend. I want you to put him in there, and I want you to tell me how that feels. I'll ask you some questions, and I want you to intuit. I want with that, when you tell me when you feel him, and I'll ask you some questions. Okay?
I feel him.
Okay. Does he make you happy, yes or no?
When we were younger, we just came back in each other's lives, so no, not yet.
Okay. Secondly, do you love him, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Third, do you think you should get into a relationship with him knowing that he has anger issues, yes or no?
No.
Do you think he can change, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Okay, right, so you can come out of there. Okay, Tanika. Okay, so, okay, Tanika, that was really interesting for me. I hope it's really insightful for you. Right. Even though you guys have just got back together or whatever, you truly love him. So when you love somebody, it's well worth holding on to that. Okay, so I needed to know how you felt about him because feelings lead. Okay, so because you love him, it's a love is an expansive energy, and you love him. So unless you have to assist him to change or walk away, because you will be holding anybody else apart from yourself because you love him. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is, do you think, other than counseling, that there is another way that we can assist him with his anger? Does his anger come from childhood trauma?
I don't know. I don't know.
What, when you were back in high school, do you remember what his father was like? Did he have a strong father figure?
Father wasn't around.
Okay. So did he have to become the man at a really early age for his family?
Well, it was just him and his mom. He was an only child. And his mom and him had still a very close relationship.
Okay, they've got a close relationship. Okay. So sometimes though, he's probably played the male figure, and you know, his mum and him are close. He's an only child. He probably didn't have a lot of male role models in his life. So, you know, his anger probably it might be habitual, and it's probably never been dealt with. I mean, this is all hypothetical, I don't know. But, you know, when you get to an adult and he's 41, he should be able to manage his emotions. And if he hasn't, he probably doesn't know how. Nobody has probably taught him how to manage his emotions in a positive way, in a really positive, because there's two different ways to do it. Like, the positive way of dealing with emotional anger is to, like, you know, play ball or get it out or talk about the way that you feel. So can you, if he's not going to do counseling, can I suggest that you go out for dinner, ring him up, go on a date, and sit down and ask him why he believes that he's angry, and that you are there to talk to him about any emotional pain that he might have, okay? Because you love him, and I'm here for you, and if you want to talk about this, you don't have to push it. If you want to talk about this, let's talk about it. Because the anger that you have is not going to help you in terms of growing as a person, and it's not going to help our relationship. If he responds to that positively, that's a great first step, because you're building your relationship. If he doesn't, and if he gets angry, because it seems his go-to, whenever he gets in a difficult position, seems to be anger, you may not be able to come back from that, because if he's going to keep being angry, he doesn't really want to grow. And in which case, because you're growing, he might not be the right person for you. Okay? So, you have to draw a line in the sand at some stage. Love is beautiful. You love him. You support and provide guidance. Okay? Do not listen to what other people have to say. Go with the way that you feel inside. Okay? If he is unwilling to take your support and guidance, you have to make a decision at some stage to move on, to find love with someone else. As soon as you remove or end that relationship, then it opens up other people to come to you. Okay? So you energize that. You just give out love. I get, Tanika, that you're a very loving person, and I think that you will be in a relationship, a committed relationship, within the next 6 to 12 months. Okay? And it's quite serious. So, you need to go with your feelings and guide and support him to a point. If he is not going to change, he hasn't changed in the last 3 times, you have to say, you have to give him some opportunities to change. If he's not going to change, you have to call it. That's what you have to do. Because you have to hold yourself and your love for yourself more important than anything else. Okay? So, do you think that you can do that?
I don't know. He's in Florida, I'm in New York. I tried to talk to him. The second time we had an argument, I told him he can't act like this anymore. He doesn't seem like he's in control of his temper, and I don't know if he wants to change. Okay,
Okay, can you send him an email? Because sometimes writing's good, or even writing him a letter, God forbid, an old-fashioned letter. Can you do that?
I don't know his exact address in Florida.
Okay.
I want their place. I don't know the exact place.
Okay. So, if he's in Florida and you're in New York, how are you guys going to maintain your long distance relationship, or you haven't even talked about that?
Well, we were going to see how it goes. I know that for the past 5 years I had wanted to move to Florida for some reason, and then he just so happened to contact me. He's living in Florida coincidentally, but I always wanted to move to Florida. I always felt like I should. Because I love warm weather. I don't know if that's the case for me, but I thought it was. And I mean, when I went to see him, like he said, you know, I could come down here and stay and work till I found my own place. If I wanted to feel what it feels like to be on my own down here and independent, or I could stay with him, whichever one I prefer. But we were just kind of seeing how the relationship between us meshed before I made a move like that. And I was looking at jobs down there, like sort of trying to see how to initiate it.
Okay.
That's when him started.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, Tanika, well, hang on, let's talk about all your family. Are they in New York, or are they all over the place?
New York and in Atlanta.
Okay, so this move to Florida, was that before you met him? Like you say you like warm weather. Are you like, would you find that difficult being away from your family? Like, could you go, what I'm trying to determine is the trip to Florida, is that because of the guy, or is that because you want to move to a hot climate? Because they're quite different questions. And if you want to move, could you move by yourself without having any of your family around you? Are you that sort of person? Because some people can, I can, but not everybody can do that. So, I'm just trying to...
I don't know, I never did it, but I kind of wanted to try.
Okay.
I know it would be hard, when I'm thinking another state, my family's not around, but I just don't like New York anymore.
Okay.
I just wanted to kind of try, but...
Well, look, Sorry?
I
don't like the idea of being in another state. Like if something would have happened to me if I was sick and being alone without my family around.
Yeah.
But New York is just not for me anymore.
Okay, well, hey, look, if New York's not for you, I think moving is a great thing because it creates all things new. Because you kind of get rid of all the clutter, you sort out your life, you go and you change, it's a new, I don't know, how expensive are flights between New York and Florida? Are they relatively reasonable? Because if you get sick or whatever, you can always fly home or they could come down. I mean, there's always options. A change is a good thing sometimes, Tanika. So regardless of what's happening with you in this relationship, if you don't like New York, that's also another reason why maybe you wouldn't attract a New Yorker, because you kind of like, I think I want life somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? So that's a whole kind of, there's another aspect to your life that you're wanting this change. You don't sound very happy to me, like, and I think, you need to ascertain really what you want in this life, regardless of anyone else. Have you ever written down what you want in life, in this life? Like, if you had $100 million, what would you want to do?
Live on my own, have a home of my own, someplace peaceful and warm and nice with a happy, healthy family and happy, healthy children.
Okay.
With a loving husband, cats, and someplace like beautiful and warm.
Well, there you go. Look.
Creative.
Okay. Okay, so you clearly know what you want. So how about putting in place some steps to getting there? So forget about the husband. The husband's going to turn up. Just start looking at locations that you'd like to live. Start applying for jobs. Just anything that you do towards getting and achieving what you want, then it will all happen. But, perhaps you're not having a family now because there's that resistance to being in New York because you don't really want to be there. So what I'm saying is, you see what I'm saying is start creating the life that you do want, and then all things will come to you. There's two things here, Tanika. The first thing is, I don't know how you're going to get hold of this guy, because it sounds like he's quite, I would ring him again, because you love him, I would ring him. And if he doesn't answer, then so be it. And then I would determine where I'd like to live, and, maybe apply for positions and go from there. What an adventure. It's so exciting. It's such an adventure that you've got all this expansive energy, and then you'll meet people and you'll make new friends, and then you'll meet a guy and you get married, and there it is. Do you know what I mean? But if you're living in New York and you're not happy about being there, then that unhappiness, the way that you feel about your life, will just continue to perpetuate a vibration that attracts more of what you don't like. You need to focus on what you want, but you can't wait for it to happen. You gotta just take some little steps out there, and then other things will happen in synchronicity. So I would suggest getting really, really clear on what you want, Tanika. Really, really clear. And then if this guy is going to continue to get angry with you, it's not, you deserve so much better than that. Really? Is that, I have to say, I'm married and I get really angry with my husband, and he gets really angry with me. And I love him dearly. I love him with all my heart, but we get angry because I think, sometimes when you know someone so well, you know all the buttons to push. So,
90 seconds.
So you can have a relationship where you get angry with each other, but it has to be contained, and it shouldn't be starting on the third, when you're just starting to date. So, you understand that it's not kind of right, and you understand what you need to do to make it right. But there's two separate things here. Get really clear on what you want and start taking steps towards it. Okay? Because your family will support you in that, and you can always come back and see them, and so I'm 60 seconds and I'm gonna have to, it's gonna go off ear, but Tanika, I hope that's given you some clarity. You're really clear on what you want, Tanika, so go out and find what you want.
Okay.
You know, co-create with source. Say to the universe or God or whatever it is, just communicate with them and say, hey, look guys, I've been trying to do this. I've been trying to do it by myself. I can't. I need you to help me. You show me the direction I need to go in. I hand it over to you. You start showing me synchronicity about where I should live and what I should be. And you bring, I'd really like to date now, and you bring dynamic and exciting and beautiful people into my life. You know? And, you know, connect with God. I get that you've got a really good relationship with God, yes, or source or universe. I believe that you have, Tanika. I feel that you're quite spiritual. So, you know, use that, communicate and with source and ask them to guide you through this process. And then you've got to do your bit. You've got to start taking actions about going to a warmer climate or doing what you want to do to where you want to go. And then as you do that, the universe, as you step out in faith, the universe will come through with synchronistic events. So Tanika, what I'd like you to do this week, because I'd love you to come on next week. I'll take a note of your number, which is I think 463-6016. And we'll do an experiment this week. And what I'd like you to do is write out in a statement that or what you told me that you wanted. And I want you to energize it with lots of love. And I want you to write down what you want in a man. And I want you to energize that with lots of love. And then I want you to think about where you'd like to live and what your house looks like and what you want to do for a job. And then I want to see, you know, energize all that. And then let's just see what happens. Let's see what comes back to you from the universe. Maybe make some inquiries about the price of rental properties and where you want to live, and narrow down where you'd like to live, and narrow down what you want to do for a living, and, you know, start seeing if there's jobs in those areas. And let's just start doing that. Let's put it out to the universe, and then you come back and you ring me and you tell me if anything's happened, if you've got any signs or any clear direction about the path that you need to go on.
Okay.
Okay? Cool.
All right.
Because that's going to give you some clarity, and it'll also provide, ironically, clarity for your relationship as well. It's going to provide clarity on what you should do in terms of how you should manage this guy. Because I think as you get more confident and you are getting happy about what you want to do, perhaps you might vibrationally attract a person who's actually much more happier in themselves. So what I'm saying is,
I'll try that. Thank you.
yeah, no worries, Tanika, no worries. I love you lots. You're very blessed, and I know good things are going to happen for you. It's kind of, you just got to step out in faith, and I look forward to talking to you next week, see what happens.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Talk to you later. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, well, there is a couple of numbers on. I'm so sorry, guys. I've run out of the show, but that's ending in 3774 and 8292. So sorry, guys. I've ended the show, but if you guys could come in next week, that'd be awesome. It's been a great show. It's been a really great show. We've had all sorts of scenarios today. We've had relationships and relocation and a whole question about focused energy, because that's really interesting, because there's a lot of energy playing going on at the moment, and a lot of us have dissipated our energy because it's not focused. It's kind of like, oh, I know what I want, but I don't want more of that, but I'm going to focus on that, but oh, I do want that, but I'm going to focus more on that, and like, you know, we end up attracting all of these things that we don't want because we simply have not aligned and got our focus in a really clear path about what we want. So the key point is about focusing on what we want, not on what we don't want, but what we want. What do we want out of this life? Because I get it, people, you co-create with the source, you give out your intention, it's a feeling universe, you feel good, you put out good feelings, you get more of it back. And that is seriously how simple it is, but we get lost in all of this other stuff. So clarity, 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 focus that intention, connection within, answers are within, connect within to source, and then go in the direction that you want to go in. Because there's nothing stopping us other than ourselves. So on that note, and before I go, best wishes to Rufus out there around the world. I wish he took me with him off to Peru, wishing him and his colleagues and his friends and associates a wonderful time in Peru. Can't wait to hear about it all when he gets back. I'm hoping that Rufus has an opportunity to play with some Indigenous groups over there. And yeah, really exciting for him. So exciting. Well, Jal, wishing him all the best though, with lots of love. So talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. See ya. Bye.